Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your man TWC Hollow here in the Hollow's Den. And today we're talking about my top 10 corners here in the NFL for this upcoming 2025 NFL season. So let's get to it. We're going to start from 10 to 1. Number 10, cracking the list, I got Quinyon Mitchell for the Philadelphia Eagles. He had a hell of a rookie season. He was a top two graded rookie corners. Him and Cooper DeJean for the Philadelphia Eagles had a solid rookie season. But Quinyon Mitchell, he was following corners, on the left side. And now for the second year, I see, follow all wide receiver ones, just be that lockdown cornerback one. But he didn't have no interception, but still was one of the, had a great coverage grade as a rookie, as a rookie year. And I look for him just to evolve and get better at that, improve on that, and have another spectacular year for the Philadelphia Eagles at number 10. Going into Vic Fangio's defense year two. Like I said, he would be taking the cornerback one role, and he would be lockdown island. Quinyon Mitchell, Connor Bay Island is in full effect. But that's number 10, cracking my list for Philadelphia Eagles. Quinyon Mitchell. Number 9 is one of my underrated corners I got in the NFL. Christian Benford from the Buffalo Bills. 15 games played, 50 tackles, 1 sack, 2 forced fumble, 1 forced fumble recovery, 2 interceptions. One of the best zone coverage corners. He was top 5 in a zone coverage grade and top 10 in other corner grades for this past season. Of Christian Benford, I just look for him to even get better, improving that. And I think he's solid at man too in cover. So Christian Benford, he could have been higher on my list, really could, but he's a top 10 corner, and his name will be heard, and people will know about him this upcoming season for that Buffalo Bills secondary. But Christian Benford is a really good premier cornerback, man. I think he was just getting better. I like his play style. He's a hell of a tackler. Just a hell of a coverage corner too, and one of the best zone coverage corners in the NFL. But number 8 is another zone coverage corner who's been tearing it up, and that's for the Chicago Bears. Jalen Johnson, 17 games played, 42 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions. Another great zone corner. He had a high zone corner grade last year for the Chicago Bears. He's been getting better as well, proven tackler as well. So for Chicago Bears, but for Jalen Johnson, he's just another upcoming season. He's still young, he got his money, and Chicago Bears defense, they might surprise people. How that young defensive line, everybody, you got a lot of pieces on there, but I think they will piece it together. But Jalen Johnson will have another solid season at cornerback for Chicago Bears. Just look for him to just be all over the field for Chicago Bears in that secondary, and he would be his playmaking skills are underrated too. So he'll have more interceptions than 2 interceptions this year. So number 7, I got my boy on the list. Put him on the list, man. I got him at 7 because I wanted to be higher, but she didn't did nothing last season. It was a off year, but I got Sauce Gardner, 15 game play, 1 sack, 1 interception. It wasn't a bad year. It was just wasn't good either, but it was like, come on, Sauce, we still believe in you. You got Aaron Glenn now, a new head coach for New York Jets. So I look for the New York Jets defense, just to turn it around. You still got Quinn Williams on the defensive line, so you got pieces there. Just got pieces together. But Sauce Gardner, man, I know, play better than what you played last season. Just the technique is just working on his technique as well with the hands and the penalty calls. But other than that, I think he's a solid corner. He's a top 10 corner in the NFL. And the New York Jets and their defense, they got some things to look at. But Sauce Gardner just has to step it up this season because I know he's a top 10 corner in the NFL. It shows you something. But number 6, I got Marlon Humphrey from the Baltimore Ravens. 16 games played, 50 tackles, 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles, 6 interceptions. So, he could have been higher on this list. Marlon Humphrey still a premier cornerback in this league, in the NFL before Baltimore Ravens. That secondary with Kyle Hamilton, Jair Alexander's now on the other side. So it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary for that secondary, for the other offenses, going against that Ravens defense because they are hungry. You got Hamilton, you got Marlon Humphrey, you got Jair Alexander, you got the defensive line. You still got Roquan Smith there, so it's gonna be nice. But look to Marvin Humphrey. As long as he's healthy, he's always gonna be a top 5 corner in the NFL. I got him at 6, but don't choke me about that. But number 5, I got Denzel Ward for the Cleveland Browns. 16 games played, 41 tackles, one forced fumble, one fumble recovery, 2 interceptions. He's still a lockdown man-to-man corner in the NFL. Like I said, I could have had Humphrey here, Ward 6, but tomato, it don't matter, man. Ward is still a premier quarterback in the NFL, and the Browns, Emerson, he is down for the year, but I still think Denzel Ward is still going to have a good year for the Cleveland Browns secondary as they look, Jim Schwartz and company look to tighten things up in that secondary defense. But Denzel Ward, like I said, known as he's healthy, he's a premier top 10 corner in the NFL. And I like the Cleveland Brown, exceed expectation. We'll see how the Browns do, but I still think the Browns have a lot of growing pains to do. But I still get them like 7 to 8 wins of the season. But that's just my take. But let's get to our top four cornerbacks. Number 4, I got Christian Gonzalez from the New England Patriots. 16 games played, 50 tackles, 2 interceptions, one forced fumble, a lockdown corner and man end zone. This guy right here, he does not play and he has the speed. So he has a prototype build. Quinyon Mitchell, those are real premier top build cornerbacks. But Christian Gonzalez, when I say this man is about business, he just be quiet and does his work. And it's been showing, man. It's showing a lockdown corner, a proven tackle. He can tackle. He's not afraid to tackle. I love corners that that have a lot of tackles under their belt, and he's been improving. Now you got Mike Vrabel as the head coach, and look for discipline. Just look for more discipline, just more continuity out of them. But the New England Patriots defense, they did let go Julius Peppers, but Christian Gonzalez is still a premier cornerback in this league. He's going to get better as he goes to year 3. He had the injury, but he's back, and just look for another solid season for the New England Patriots and Christian Gonzalez under the helm. Number 3, I got Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. 16 games played, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack. Christian McDuffie didn't have a good year. It wasn't a bad year, but I still think McDuffie is a top 5, top 10 corner in this league under Stinky Panello defense for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's still good in the coverage, as well. So this is all about how the scheme and how they go for the defense, how it's set up. McDuffie is nothing to chew at, and I still think he's a hell of a corner in this league, and he still has a lot of years left under his belt as he is looking for that contract extension of the Kansas City Chiefs. So he will be getting paid soon. We just don't know if it's this season or if it just be in March. But McDuffie is still a hell of a corner in this league. Good coverage corner. It just he will be getting better, this season. Under speed, I know that they got more reinforcements. They stay younger, but I still think McDuffie will have a good season. And Chiefs, they look to have another bounce back season as they look to recover from the Super Bowl. But number 2, Derek Stingley from the Houston Texans, man. 17 game played, 5 interceptions. Hell of a playmaker. One of the best man-to-man corners in the NFL for the Houston Texans. That their defense, man, there's nothing to sneeze about their defense. They're going to have a hell of a defense this upcoming season. With the safety tandem, Bullock, Stingley, it's going to be hell of a nice. It's going to be hell of a nice. And I like Stingley as playmaker skill. Man to man, like I said, just a hell of a corner. The Houston Texans defense is going to be tremendous. And Derek St. Jr. is going to have another spectacular season. Looking to get Defensive Player of the Year award, man, because as long as he's healthy, he's a ball hawk. And, he's been getting his tackles up too as well. So look for him to be he's a proven tackler as well. So like I said, I expect the corners that tackle and go after the ball. So Derek Stinger Jr., he could have been 1, but he's number 2 in this list. But number 1, is PS2 Island, Patrick Surtain from the Denver Broncos. 1 forced fumble, 1 forced recovery, 4 interceptions. Offense has got a scheme, brainstorm every week when it comes to Denver Broncos on Patrick Surtain, because this man does not play nice. He's the highest graded corner out of all corners last season, and he just stand on business. As I said last season, he was going to have a bounce back season. He did that. as well for Denver Broncos, and their defense is nothing to sneeze at. Too. They're gonna have a top 5 defense this upcoming season. You got Greenlaw, you got Hufanga, Brandon Jones, who I missed in the safety video. He's emerging. So for that Broncos defense, it's gonna be you gotta do your homework and you gotta watch the film. But Patrick Stingley is gonna be a nightmare for years to come, and he's the top corner, the best corner in the NFL. And I got that at number 1. Got him at number 1. So let me go over my top 10 list again. Number 1, I got Patrick Surtain. Number 2, I got Derek Stingley from the Houston Texans. Number 3, I got Trent McDuffie from the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 4, Christian Gonzalez from the New England Patriots. Number 5, I got Denzel Ward from the Cleveland Browns. Number 6, I got Marlon Humphrey from the Baltimore Ravens. Sauce Gardner from the New York Jets. Number 7. Number 8, I got Jalen Johnson, Chicago Bears. Number 9, I got Christian Benford for the Buffalo Bills. And number 10, I got Quinion Mitchell for the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's my list from 10 to 1. Comment what you think about my list for the top 10 cornerbacks or a real short list. We still got more videos on the way here in the Hollows Den. More videos to be made. More content will be made. Tune in, like, subscribe for more content here in the Hollows Den. For next video, we'll be doing the linebackers and defensive line. And then that's how we're going to end the season off before we start the season for the NFL, because Thursday is game day. Cowboys at Philly, and the link. Get your popcorn ready for that. A lot of things coming on, but NFL season is back, is here, and we're better here in the Hollows Den. So tune in, like, subscribe from here in the Hollows Den. It's your boy TWC Hollow, chilling the Hollows Den. We still in the slums, getting it done, man. Chilling the Hollows Den, and we are out.